Ready, Freddie. Let's go.
What's up, Joe? What's going on, man?
Nothing much, Jared. Just hanging in here. Slow day today. No sports. I missed my baseball, my football. I'm having withdrawals right now.
Yes, total withdrawal here from me as well. I mean, you should look at the Discord. People are getting bored in there. All they can do is watch Wimbledon highlights, and we just watched Serena Williams and Murray go on a doubles, and like I never would watch that match if it wasn't for the fact that there's nothing going on today.
Yeah, I think what I'm doing is just kind of catching up on all the football trades, basketball. It's exciting. LA is like the place to be here. Everybody, from Colin, from Undisputed, are all talking about the LA Lakers and the Clippers. We're at ground zero here for moving and shaking, grooving, and they're gonna play in the same Staples Center. That's what's cool. I mean, we're both.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some major rivalry, and I think for the first time, there's actually going to be a major rivalry there between those two, like one that is not one-sided at least.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be pretty interesting when those two teams meet up.
Yep, I agree. It's going to be great TV. I mean, think about it. They were saying one of those teams could potentially keep the other one out of the finals. So every year, that might be something to look forward to. So
bold prediction: Lakers don't make the playoffs this year.
They don't make the playoffs. Wow.
I mean, hey, LeBron. Let's not forget LeBron James. He is an older guy, and if this thing turns south real quick, it's going to happen just like it happened. He's just not going to be motivated.
Yeah, but I think they have too much talent now. They got AD, they got Boogie Cousins.
But Boogie, it's not the same.
Yeah, but they're still signing so many. I mean, they got Green from Toronto. I mean, it just. I think that. I mean, it's almost a sure thing they're going to make the playoffs. It's just a question of who they're going to play. Obviously, they're going to play the Clippers. It should be good. It should be good. What you have to worry about is the Rockets not making any acquisitions. Nothing. They've done nothing. They've gotten older. I mean, they want Westbrook, but you're going to have to get rid of CP3. You can't keep Westbrook at CP3. That's what they're saying. So I think Houston has not improved anything the same. So.
Yeah, I think I actually would make that trade. I would release CP3 and trade him to OKC if that would bring in Westbrook. I mean, but the problem is you're getting one guy that is not healthy, is a bit of a smartass, and you're bringing in another guy that is very ball dominant and is a very selfish player in most times, but he's such an athlete. You don't have to worry about him really getting hurt much. So it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. Hey, what's up, Marshall Johnson? What's going on, man? Thanks for being part of the live stream.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, a lot of time. Football's next, and then basketball's right around the corner, so it should be an exciting time. And speaking of football, what did we unveil on our website the new football package? I think you were telling me we have it all ready to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the first time we've ever talked about it, but we do have our NFL season pass. We have our early bird special for our premium selections. We're going to go ahead and and give a good deal to anybody that comes and jumps on it. You type in the code EARLYBIRD and you get 50% off our full season of NFL. I mean, I'm telling you, from week 1 to week 16, it's all yours. Come check it, sgdwins.com. Type in the code EARLYBIRD, all capital letters, all one word, Joe.
I love it. Football is here. Both college and NFL should be exciting. I can't wait. Can't wait for my Raiders. Can't wait for I can't say anything about your Texans. Are you actually a Texans fan for real? I mean, I know you got the jersey, but
come on, man.
Do you actually believe in that team? I mean, like, or are you an old Houston Oilers fan with Warren Moon and the old school guys?
Actually, I mean, I do like the Oilers, but I will. I mean, full disclosure, I was before when the Oilers were around. I wasn't even living in Houston, so I was not a big Oilers fan. It's not like I didn't like them, but I actually loved the Oakland Raiders. I grew up an Oakland Raiders fan. I grew up in South Carolina, and but when I moved to Houston, I kind of adopted the team here, and I haven't looked back. So, but I have nothing but love for your Oakland/LA/Vegas Raiders, and I always will. They always have a special place in my heart for sure.
Yeah, they should be exciting. We got AB, we just got to get a good. I think Carr's fine for now as quarterback, but we'll see what happens. I think some big moves are going to happen before we actually physically take hold of Las Vegas. So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to that, and I can't wait to meet you in Vegas and we go to a couple games. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
We'll have the SG, like Jimmy John says, the SGD Nation will be in the house.
Yeah, speaking of Jimmy Jam, he's in the chat right now, along with Nikki Nichols and Marshall Johnson.
Good.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. So, hey, let's talk about some NFL real quick, Joe. What do you think? So I'm pulling up the futures here for Super Bowl 54 winner, and lo and behold, New England Patriots. I mean, what's new here? I mean, they are favored to win plus 700 to take the New England Patriots. I think there's a little bit of value there because they always seem to find themselves in the mix here. But when is Tom Brady actually going to get defeated by a father time?
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at the Rams plus 900 also, and the Chiefs plus 800. But of course, Chiefs having a lot of off the field issues. So I mean, I don't know. I think the New England Patriots good spot for them again. I don't know if they'll repeat without Gronk. I mean, although he was seen reportedly throwing some balls or tossing some balls to Brady, they were tossing out here in LA. So who knows? He might be back. We don't know. He might make his comeback, but. I actually like a little bit. I know it's kind of a trendy pick, but I like Cleveland to make some moves here. I like Cleveland to do something finally, get out of this, where they've been with Baker Mayfield. They got your boy from New York.
Yeah,
Giants,
Odell Beckham.
And
that's Saved by Zero's team. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the Cleveland Browns. I don't care who they put on that team. It's still Cleveland, Joe.
But you got Freddie Kitchen, you're right. He's not proven head coach, but we'll see. Let's keep the faith for them. I think they'll finish ahead of the Steelers. That I probably would hope so. But I
think so too.
I mean, Steelers still Steeler Nation. Sorry there, Mean Joe Green, but they have to, taking a little bit of backseat now with all the hype, but they're still gonna be good though. Juju's sister, you got they got our favorite Ben Roethlisberger. I don't know. They're still gonna pick up some rookies. I think we're okay.
I think Pittsburgh's going to take a back seat this year. I think this probably is going to be a down year for Pittsburgh personally, and I think right now at plus 2,000, it's just not good value. I think that the only thing holding that thing up is the fact that Steelers are a publicly loved team, so they're going to keep that thing inflated there. But I think that there's just no value at plus 2,000 right now.
Yep.
Do you see anything on the board for the Super Bowl winner that that's real value here? So, I mean, what about the Saints at plus 850 or possibly the Colts? I mean, the Colts, they really turned it on at the end of last year where they beat my boys in the playoffs. But I really think the Colts at plus 1,400 could actually make some noise here.
Yeah, that's not bad. Andrew Luck, their whole offensive line totally improved. I mean, I think they might have a better shot if AFC again, what they're going through, you guys, kind of a weaker division. Yeah, I like the Colts. I can see the Colts. I don't see my Rams though. I don't see my Rams repeating. I say my Rams because they're from LA, but I think they're going to have a little bit of a hangover. They might not even make the playoffs. I'm predicting. Who knows?
And I think Kansas City overperformed a little bit last year, and in New England, I mean, if this is the year that they finally start to regress, back to, wither into Tom Brady, is he really going to be able to continue this up? I mean, I've been saying that for 5 years, so maybe he will be, but this might be the time that everybody's sleeping on the Colts. They have that new improved offensive line. They drafted all those Pro Bowlers from last year, and I mean, that's what you got to have. You got to have the offensive line. You got Andrew Luck. As long as he can stay upright and he's healthy, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Colts here, in my personal opinion.
Yep. Well, as long as, like I said, they stay healthy, that's the key in football. Same thing with your team. The Houston Texans. They should be at full strength, right? Deshaun looks good.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's good, but the problem is there's no offensive line. They drafted a tackle, but they're saying he's going to be almost a full year work in progress, which is not what you need when you're drafting.
Well, then we shall see. But we still also have a full half of baseball, and it's going to be heating up now. So that's also exciting.
Yeah, right? It is. It is exciting. But real quick, NFL early bird pass. You can jump on it right now. Season pass. You get the full slate of regular season games. Type in early bird at checkout, and you get 50% the whole season. Come and get it. Hey, is my mic going in and out?
Yeah, I was gonna say, your mic a little bit coming in and out. So there you go. Okay. Yeah,
all right.
maybe
Maybe
Oh,
I
okay.
talk a little lower. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what's
Okay.
going on? A little cutting out a little bit. Yep. Well, yeah, Jared, I think we might have, like I said, a very very good NFL season. Also, some college. Don't forget, college is also. I love college football, so that should be very interesting. That's starting up a couple weeks now. Training camps are open. It's just an exciting time. I'm like, this is the
Yeah,
best time. We got football, we got baseball heating up with the playoffs. Then you got basketball, making its way. Then there's hockey around the corner. What
yeah.
else?
I'm excited about the football coming around the corner, and then
Yeah.
yeah. But let's talk a little bit about baseball. Let's go ahead. So we got the second half here going on. What do you think? You think the teams? Is there any team that's in the top of the divisions right now? You think they can fall off, or you think there's any teams that can make a move? I know you like your Natties right now.
I do. I like the Natties, and we're watching yesterday the home run derby. They were talking. The commentators were making some comments about Max and their pitching staff coming. I think the Nats might have a legitimate shot to pull up and catch the Braves. The Braves are the hottest team in that division, so you got to worry about the Braves. But what if the Braves start falling apart a little bit with their pitching staff?
Well, but
Like I said,
what about Philly though? You're not feeling Philly at all.
I'm not. I mean, McCutcheon out for the year. Odul Herrera out for the year also. I mean, it just they gotta show me something. I mean, Eflin maybe Arrieta, yeah, they have some pitching, but I don't know. I just think look at what happened. Bryce Harper didn't make the All Star game, so that's just an indication of how much Philly overpaid for all their talent, but yet are not meshing. They're not the
Yeah.
they're not. I don't. I just don't feel Philly. I did at the beginning of the year. Don't get me wrong. I did like their everything they did, but same thing with Machado out in the West Coast. I mean, we knew the Padres weren't going to be contenders, but it seems like all these teams that overpaid for these stars are not. Their stars aren't even in the All Star break. Machado's not in the All Star game.
Yeah.
And Bryce Harper. So I mean, what does that tell you? So again, I do think it's going to be the one that I'm concerned about, or not concerned, but I guess the Central Division. That's going to be wide open. The Cubbies are there. You got Milwaukee, St.
St.
Louis,
Louis, Pittsburgh.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. I mean, they all can make a run for it if they play good ball. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
That's a tough division.
Cincinnati's only 4.5 behind the Cubs
Yeah.
right now.
So that's a really close division. That's going to be super tight, super good, and you'll see a lot more come July 31st. Excuse me, the end of the deadline, which is going to be July 31st deadline. You're only going to have one deadline. That's it. No more trading. That's it. So it's going to be interesting to see what the teams do.
Yeah. So in chat right now, Felix points out that my favorite team plays your third favorite team on Thursday. So I mean, obviously we're going to see who's going to be the best team in the AL West. We'll go ahead and put that baby to bed. Obviously, the Astros is going to take care of business.
Yeah, that is. We might, and I don't know. We might, I mean, just for people out there that are on premium plays, Friday is a full slate, so that's when we'll be probably doing all the premium plays, right? Correct. Thursday might have some insight, but it's only one game, just your Astros against my adopted Rangers. So we'll see what happens. Although the Rangers have been letting me down as of recent, they haven't been playing good ball. They got hot, they cooled off these last couple days. So I don't know. Maybe getting Hunter Pence back a hole.
If we have a play for Thursday, we'll go ahead and just release it to the masses. We're not going to charge anybody for that play. It'll be one day, and then we'll get back at it on Friday. Start subscriptions back up on Friday for the MLB. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair, don't you think, Joe?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's only one game. Like I said, it's the Thursday night game. Then we resume full schedule on Friday. My Dodgers are out in Boston facing the Red Sox. Little rematch of last year's World Series. That should be interesting too. So a lot of good games. The best games to come. It's a good season. Gonna be a good half. Premium plays are doing good, so I'm excited. Should be really good. I'm ready to make some money.
Yeah, and talking about the premium selections, we're on a 15-6 run in the past 6 days. So make sure you jump on that. Come over here to www.sgdwins.com. Come check out the website. That's where you'll find out our baseball selections, and you'll also see our NFL season pass, where we are offering 50% off our season pass for the early bird special. Type in early bird, all capital letters, all one word for that. All right, so let's see here. Marshall Johnson says that Texas should take 2 from Houston. I think there's no chance of that. That's just you guys talking trash right now. But even if they did, it's like it's like when you're the big brother and you got your little brother napping at you. You don't even pay attention to him. That's what the Rangers are like.
I mean, do you honestly think? I mean, all kidding aside, I know we kid a lot, but do you honestly think the Rangers have a shot of maybe at least making the wild card? I mean, they were talking about that yesterday. I was watching all the interviews there,
I
and they were,
mean,
you know, I
Rangers,
mean,
the Rangers are not even in second place in the AL West. So like I'd be more worried about Oakland than the Rangers at this point.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's why I asked. Because I said, the Rangers, if they see they're not gonna be at least trying to make a wild card spot, I guess they're gonna start, dealing minor out, some of their players. So that's what I'm wondering. If they feel they're gonna contend, then of course keep Mike Minor, try to make a run for it. But you're right. It kind of sounds a little silly or wishful thinking. The Rangers in the playoffs. That's like, some
Yeah,
wishful.
I mean anything can happen, but I'm not feeling it. Right now, let's see here. AL wildcard teams, they're ranked number fifth. Right now, if the season ended today, Tampa Bay and Cleveland would actually make the wild card, where Houston, the Yankees, and Minnesota would be the division leaders. And then in the NL, Chicago, LA, and Atlanta would be the division leaders, and the NL wildcard teams would be Washington and Philadelphia. So Milwaukee would be left out in the cold.
Yep.
And it's like you were saying, that NL Central is going to be an amazing race. I'm really excited about that because, that's the most. We've made a lot of money on the Reds this year because a lot of people doubt the Reds, and
Yep.
you keep, the Reds are sneaky hot. I've been saying that since day one. They've been sneaky hot. Sometimes they really let you down because they don't want to go to work and all they want to do is smoke weed and sit in their room. And then other days, you know what? Hey, I want to get my life together. And then they go out there and they become world beaters. So it all depends. You have to figure out which day that day is going to be.
Yep, I agree. I think the Reds. I think the Pirates, the Buccos, the way they ended the season is kind of a good field story there. They took the series from the Cubbies, then they played the Brewers really hard. So we made quite a bit of money on the Pirates too. It was really good. I like the Buccos, that Jolly Roger. I think the Buccos. What their problem is, I think they need some more depth in their pitching. I think that would be the thing for all teams. I think pitching's always the Achilles heel for a lot of these teams, and that's why I like my Dodgers. Not to bring my Dodgers up again, but
Yeah.
I was going through my stats and my baseball cards and just doing some baseball stuff this morning. I like a couple hours. I get lost in it, and I was saying, man, we're just so lucky that we have such a good staff right now, and they're all firing. I mean, that's really good. You guys have a pretty good staff, too. Like I said, you got JV, Garrett Cole. I mean, so again, I know I always knock your Astros, but I truly believe they could take the Yankees out. If it really came down to money, if you gave me a series between the Yankees and the Astros right now, I'd have to bet the Astros. I know it's tough to say, but I'm just.
Man, I like it. Hey, somebody record this conversation.
No, but I'm being serious. I know we joke around. I hate your Astros, but I think again, I know the Yankees are really good. Their bats are awesome. I know Big Man's probably watching, getting mad, but the Yankees need to get pitching, starting pitching. That's the key to them too. They have a good bullpen. They have the bats, but again. Think about it. You guys in a 5-game or 7, you guys will bring out Verlander for game 1 at least. He pitches very well. Garrett Cole second, and then your third guy would be like a sequestable. But still, that's already 2 games.
Lefty, Wade Miley, and
Wade Miley. There you go.
Maybe bring somebody else in, and then you flip it right around and go right back to JV.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying to you. You guys have a better 1-2 punch than the Yankees. The Yankees, what, Tanaka and who else? Servito's still. Yeah, I mean, Paxton's been shaky. So that's what I'm saying. Just right now, I'm not saying maybe next month after the trade deadline is over, but right now, if you guys were to play, a series to see who would go to the, World Series, I think you guys could take the Yankees. I think so. So, and that's, like I said, not even being full healthy. You guys still having Carlos Correa outright. He should be back. So it's, I mean, you guys showed me a lot when you guys went head to head with the Angels and put up like 20 runs. And speaking of that, did you see that crash?
Yes.
That was like violent. That was
still think he should have been safe, Joe. I mean, I don't. He didn't go out of his way to hit him. If anything, if you notice, now this might be biased, but I'm trying to look at it like he wasn't headhunting there. He was going in because he thought that he was trying to go around him, but then it was a bang play. They called him out. I was actually very upset about the out call. I mean, I'm happy that the Astros won. I hate that Lucroy has a broken nose and a concussion. Nobody should do that, but. I don't think the Angels think that was a dirty play. Hey, quick,
you're cutting out a little bit, Jared. You're cutting out on your mic a lot now.
What's your
move
your
wire? What's your side? Oh, well, you know what? You know me, I'm an old school baseball guy, so I like the bang, rough plays. I mean, all the Pete Rose and Ray Fosse back in the All-Star game. I like those type of plays. So I'm not I was not mad. I liked it. It was, just a gritty play. Although, again, in this MLB now that we're kind of, trying to keep the safety of the players, which I agree. Yadi Molina took to Twitter, I think on Instagram actually, and he was very, very upset about that collision. He actually called out the MLB and told them that they better do something about these explicit, he used some bad words there. But I
Really?
mean, so yeah, I mean, I was reading that over the weekend. So again, it's just something that you have to protect the players. But I do agree it was a bang bang play. Miranda came in like charged like a bull. Poor Luke didn't know what hit him. I mean, I felt bad for the guy. He got like knocked down like your boy Askren, or was the guy knocked down UFC that?
Ben Askren.
I saw that too. He got like a knee to the head. McGregor, if you're watching, good call again, because that guy, I watched the UFC replay. I'm like, dude, did that guy even have a chance? Like a knee to the head? He fell down. Like he didn't know where he was at.
Yeah. Hey, so we got a question in the chat real quick, Joe.
Sure.
All right, so Shooter McGavin, my mic working okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I think as long as I don't talk too loud, I think it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
So Shooter McGavin, he wants to know, do we think the Indians are going to catch the Twins? And I'm going to start off real quick to say not a chance.
Wow.
I think there's 6 games behind Minnesota. The only way, there is a small chance, but I think it's very small. The only way Cleveland catches them is Minnesota just crashes and burns here. Now, I mean, Minnesota's definitely been playing above expectation, but then they regressed a little bit, and Cleveland really didn't catch much ground on them. Right now, Minnesota's run differential is plus 116. I mean, they've been extremely dominant. I'm pretty sure that's the best in the league. Actually, it is. No, the Dodgers is the only other team that has a better run differential. Minnesota, I mean, they just been ripping the cover off the ball. They remind me of the Astros from years back when they lost to the Royals in the playoffs. Where they just have this young team that's ripping and running. The only thing they don't have is the back end of a bullpen. They could address that somehow, then Minnesota is a legit title contender.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think the problem with Cleveland is that they just keep losing ground, and not only that, they keep losing pitchers. Now that I feel bad. Carrasco with diagnosed with leukemia, so that's bad. It just seems like I'm kind of rooting for the Twins too, because if the Twins go, that means the Indians don't have a shot. They're gonna deal Brad Hand, which I want Brad Hand for the Dodgers. That's the guy I'm looking for. So I'm kind of looking at my own interest. I want the Dodgers to pick up either Brad Hand or maybe Velasquez from the Pirates. I don't know. We need some relief help. That's gonna just, like I said, put the nail in the coffin for us. If we get some relief, that middle, we don't have to rely on Joe Kelly or Mimi Garcia or Floral. We could either get Brad Hand or go to Jansen. I think we're good. We're really good.
Yeah. Joe Kelly, man, he's always an adventure, similar to Luke Jackson when he comes out there.
Yeah, the Luke Jackson adventure. So I do believe that if the Indians do not feel that they're going to catch the Twins, then I do feel that we're going to be some wheeling and dealing going on. That's what I'm saying. I'm really happy and anxious to see what happens in these next 30 days, because we're going to get some players. The Dodgers are going to be there in contention. The Astros are going to be in contention. The Yankees. So these big teams are going to be making these deals, for acquiring some pieces for their playoff run.
Yep. And Marshall Johnson says Oakland will be there for the wild card, and if they are, then Houston better watch out. I'm not really worried, Marshall. Similar to last year, Oakland. And I'm not saying this to be kind of snobby or whatever. I just don't see Oakland has the complete team. Yeah, their bats can get hot. Matt Chapman is the real deal. The guy is probably the best defensive third baseman in the league. But and he's starting to hit. I mean, but everybody's starting to hit this year. Like, home run numbers are through the roof. You saw what JV said. Justin Verlander said.
The juice balls
are juice. So.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think he had a good point there. He says something about Rawlings being owned by Major League and the pin inside the ball. I mean, again, to me, the correlation is there. More balls being hit as Manfred came in and said we need more offense. Now more home runs. I don't know. It's just too coincidental. Something is happening, Jared. I don't know what it is. I can't put my pin it down. But then you got your guys out there on in the media saying that the balls are not juice. Show me a ball. Prove it to me. So I don't know. What do you think? We have both sides of the argument here.
So here's the real question. I mean, let's look at this from a betting perspective real quick. Like, so let's just say the balls are juiced. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now that JV has publicly come out, I mean, because he had been mentioning it in the local media, because I remember telling you about this a couple of weeks ago, but now that he is publicly and it's gone out there, it was on the bottom of all the ESPN, it was all on the home run derby. It kept popping up. So if let's just say the balls are juiced, now all of a sudden do they start backing off a little bit? So now are we going to start seeing some unders here to try to counteract that? Because let's say there really were juice, then maybe you just back off just a little bit. So like, hey, and then we'll say, hey, nothing changed. I don't know, just nobody's hitting the same.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I mean, I don't know. I think the overall goal of the MLB is to have more people interested in the game. So I think that won't be a factor. I think the ball's going to stay juiced. There's still going to be home runs. I think now what you have to account for now is pitchers, like I said, either adjusting, like JV. We talked about the other day. He had 15 strikeouts in one game, but you gave up 3 home runs. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's a part of life now. Part of the MLB is that these overs are going to be taking place. So I'll be looking for more overs, definitely picking my spots on some unders. But I do
Okay.
think there is something with the ball and them flying out. I mean, God, look at last night on the home run derby. That's what JV was also pointing out. He said, "Hey, we've known for years of balls. There's juice balls. They use them in the home run derby all the time. So why not put them in the regular season?" So
Yeah, and Nicky Nichols brings up a good point. Look how much the AAA stats have spiked ever since they started using the Major League Baseball. So I mean, that's a good point, Nicky. And
yeah,
to your point, Joe, talking about the home run derby. Yesterday, what a show! What a show Vlad Guerrero put on for us, and
yeah,
Jock Peterson. That semifinal matchup there was amazing. And I was glad that you and I get to do the show for Score Trade yesterday. We got to watch every single pitch, and it was a lot of fun and exciting. So for Score Trade guys, definitely download the app. The link will be in the description. Hey, download it, play for free, win for real, Joe. And
yeah.
hey, congratulations to the Fallen. He won $50 last night.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
That
do it. We're doing it again tonight for the All Star game.
Yeah, hopefully I can be seen in it because I think it'll work now. We got the technical difficulties, right? So
That's right.
should be good. But yeah, no, I agree. It's gonna be fun. The All-Star game, like I said, I'm picking the NL, by the way. My prediction is I think the NL will get out of this 6 losing streak they got. They've lost 6 in a row, I think, so far. So I think the NL breaks out. I think we have the pitching, like I said, even though the balls are gonna be hit out. But I like the NL and I like the over. What are you looking at?
Yeah, so I'm loving the over here, but I'm taking the American League. I think the advantage here is playing at home. The American League is the last at bat. I do believe that so there's going to be the DH is in effect today. I think the American League just has better hitters overall. And what you were telling me earlier, like how many times has in the last 6 years has the American League won?
6 in a row.
Yeah, so let's make that 7 in a row. Now, I guess some people could say the NL is due. I don't know, man, and it's close. I think in the American League, like -120 or -115 to win this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, anything can happen. It's like I said, the All-Star game. So, guys are going to be out there trying to, give the crowd a show. So again, don't, if you're going to bet it, bet it with some just, I guess, some fun money. Don't go crazy because again, the edge, the edge is a little difficult here, but I just like the NL. I'm rooting for the NL just like you're rooting for the AL. But again, yeah, it's something I'm just going to bet maybe half a unit for fun.
Yeah, just something fun. You don't want to really sit here and cap this game because these guys are not taking this as serious as maybe
No.
we are, right? So,
Yeah.
and I think that leans to the over,
Yeah.
especially if we're talking about juice balls.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's more fun when the ball
Yeah.
goes out of the ballpark, and also when you never know when the bullpen's just going to blow a lead because it seems like it happens day in and day out, and of course that leans towards the over. So
Yep.
I mean, how many times have we, Joe, just twice in the past 2 weeks, we've seen a game trending under, and then in the ninth inning, it just gets blown up. Like, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it goes over, and and it's happened twice. We happened in that Pittsburgh game where we had the over in that game.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. It was like we were down 2-1 in the eighth inning,
yeah.
and it came back and it went over like
And
by.
didn't we need 10 and a half?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was crazy, So yeah, and then just the other day we had the over on the Angels Astros. Nikki and I were in chat talking, and yeah, that thing went to 20 runs. The last game. So yeah, overs are getting a little bit easier to predict. I guess it's now going to be picking and choosing what unders we take because we like unders too on the premium plays. I know we always talk about that, but we're going to be a little more careful because it seemed like these unders are just not coming in. You have to really pick your spot. So I think it's going to be time to go back to the drawing board. But yeah, getting back to the NL, AL, I like the lineups. Like I said, it's just going to be a lot of home runs, a lot of hit balls. There's just going to be some action. I don't think MLB T-Mobile and all the sponsors want just some boring 2-1 game. That's my
true.
opinion.
Yeah, and I don't think the players want that either.
No.
And like I said, guys, the pitchers don't honestly care that much. Or the players in general, they don't see. To me, it doesn't seem like they care that much.
Yeah.
So
We shall see, but I have to disagree with you though on the AIL. I think the NL has a little bit more pop in their bat. You wouldn't think so? We got Christian Yelich, we got Javier Baez, Freddie Freeman. There's just I don't know. I guess the way you look at it, but I like the NL lineup. They're batting. You got Acuna batting ninth for God's sakes. There's some pop in that lineup. I mean, although American too, they got you got your boy Springer leading the top of there, LeMahieu, Mike Trout. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. You're right. That's why it's the All-Star. You got everywhere you look, just dream guys on your lineup here.
Man. Yeah. There's no weak spot. I mean, Acuna Jr. would barely make the lineup for the Astros anyway, so that's why I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. But Jorge Blanco, you got Bregman, LeMahieu, Santana, Slam Tana, and then you got Gary Sanchez catching like. Hey, and one of the things I love here is they have Hunter Pence at the DH. I'm glad he got elected to the All-Star game. He was by far one of my favorite Astros. I hate to trade him away, but anyway, Hunter Pence, I love that guy. I love how he hustles on every single play.
Yep.
He'll be healthy for the second part of the season.
Yeah. Like I said, it should be a very good All-Star. We're going to be doing with score trade probably like a couple innings, not the whole game. I know that for sure, right? So we're going to just do maybe one or two.
It's not official, so but I would imagine. I talked to the producers yesterday. Actually, both of you and I both talked, and probably first through third inning at the most. So I don't think we're not going the full game. But yeah, hey, sign up for Score Trade, scoretrade.com. Come over there and check it out. If you sign up and then refer 3 of your friends, you become what's called a playmaker. And, you become a playmaker that unlocks more prizes. So now all of a sudden, if you finish between like second and 10th place, well, now you get even more prizes, more money. So come check it out. Scoretrade.com is where to go. Come join us. Play with us today. It's free to play. Winning is real.
Play for free, win for real. That's the logo there. Yeah, but that should be good. It should be good. I'm glad we have that. And God, anything else that we missed? Because I'm just excited to watch this All-Star game. Getting ready to watch it here. I'm watching, some of the highlights from yesterday, the home run derby. But what do you think?
Well, I mean, so we've gone over a couple of things here. I think, so I'm definitely taking the American League here. I bet I'm not betting the American League. I am placing a wager on the over 8.5. I think it's not a lock, but I think it's a good play.
Don't take the under. No, the under it would be a very scary thought. Imagine taking an under with all these superstars batting. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's crazy, but I definitely like the over. I like the over in this play, and I like for some home runs to be hit out too.
Yeah, so. Marshall Johnson says you're leaning towards the NL only because your Dodgers play in that.
Johnson, you are correct, but I'm also very, very, very love their lineup. I mean, I just think Yelich. You got bias. I mean, again though, but you're right. I am a little biased towards my Dodgers. Although we don't have as many players as the Astros were the number one team that put the most players in the game. So kudos to Jarrett.
Yeah. JV starting. You got Bregman. You got
I think he's had 6.
Michael Brantley. I mean, Michael Brantley is been one of the best pickups, and he's most unsung pickup too. No one really talks about Michael Brantley, but he's been great for the Astros this year. He's just been coming to work. One of the reasons why he was such a big pickup is he was number 3 last year in whiff rate. I mean, he only swung and missed at 50. I think it was 50 pitches last year. So I mean, he makes solid contact. He at least makes contact on every time, most of the time when he swings. So I think that's great for him. Hey guys, here in the chat, let me please put in there who you think is going to win, NL or American League. Let us know what you guys are thinking. You got Kenneth Barney Castle says, remember guys, under is 9-2 this year. So, and then Marshall Johnson says Yelich not playing. I thought he actually said he would be playing today.
Yeah. I'm looking at. I got to look at the confirmed lines. But you're right. He might be out. Yeah, because he missed the home run derby, so that might be something to look for. Yeah, but I'm sure they'll find a good replacement. So not a big deal. But yeah, I might be a little partial towards the NL. It's true, but I guess in this case, may the best side win. They're not playing for anything but pride, because remember 2 years ago they had that. They stopped it now, but it was when they used to play for home field advantage of the World Series, which I thought was kind of in my opinion, when they did that. But I'm glad they're back to just their normal format. It's fine. It's great. Let like I said, the best team win.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
really excited to see Hyunjin Ryu pitch to these American leaguers.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be a fun matchup no matter what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So Joe, you got anything else you want to talk about before we go ahead and skedaddle out of here?
I think we covered everything. We got NFL coming up, guys. If you didn't go, I think you're Jared. Go check out our website. We got the premium package up for the NFL. If you guys want to get the early bird, 50% off. It's going to be a great season. College football, NFL is going to be awesome. NBA with my Lakers and now the Clippers, and then of course,
you're repping both teams now.
Well, I'm saying I'm giving them props because you know what? They did what they had to do to make them a contender because it was a do or die for the Clippers. I mean, we Lakers are always the talk of the town. So I give some credit to the Clippers for making some great moves. PG, Kawhi. I mean, they got Beverly. I mean, it's just I'm excited. I'm actually a little excited that LA has so much attention. So it's good. It's good for the sport.
Yeah, so to the Clippers' point, I'm a little worried about their. They got some great players, but I'm a little worried. Who's their big man over there? Who's going to stop this? Rim protect.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying that's where the Lakers have they might have a little advantage with Boogie Cousins, although Boogie said Boogie's not 100%. But again, I'm really interested what happens in the East with KD being out for a whole year, rehabbing. They still got Irving out there, but that should be an interesting dynamic with the Philly fans, 76ers. It's going to be a good season. Yeah. I'm glad that the NBA, I guess, was part of this where they just kind of, hey, let's not make just one super team. Let's have like 3 or 4 super teams, which is
good for the sport.
It is.
You just don't have one team dominating. I do feel bad for Toronto. I mean, I feel bad and I feel good.
They got a championship. Why do you feel bad?
Yeah, you're right.
It's like
that dream situation, Joe. It's like, hey, would you trade in your future for one championship? And I think most fans would say yes. But then once you win that championship, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Like
we want more, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so
what can you do? But yeah, so I'm excited. Like I said, this will be our only 2 days of rest because after this, it's just gonna be just football, baseball. It's gonna be nonstop. So I love it.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and get out here. Real quick, Kenneth says he lives in Vegas. He's just gonna be watching the game today. So have fun watching that All-Star game. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on the over just for rooting interest. Guys, I haven't put any kind of real handicapping into it. It's just a little fun, they'll have a little fun. And, I do feel like they'll go over. And then Kenneth, Michael Welsh, he's talking, he says the over under is tricky. And then Marshall Johnson, he says he hopes Houston gets Marcus Stroman at the deadline. And I agree completely. I've been ringing that bell for the last couple months now.
He's going to New York. Put a bet on it right now. He's going to New York. He's a New York kid. He wants to play in the spotlight. He's already mentioned it. He's from New York, born, I think, somewhere farm, something. I was reading on it. So he might go to New York. I think the Astros could get, and don't quote me on this, but what if they get Madison? That would be nice. Although Madison wants to play in the NL. So, because of all things, he said he wants to bat. Come on now, Madison. Really? I mean, God, I guess, but he wants to bat. So he won't stay in the NL, supposedly. So I don't know. It'll be good. Find out what pitchers you're gonna get.
But does Madison want to bat or does he want to win? I mean, come over to one of the better teams and come play and let's just get this. After the season's over, hey, go ahead and get out of here. You wherever you want to hit. But let's get another ring. And let's do this thing. I also saw a report that Zach Wheeler might be on the move to either Boston or New York, the Yankees as well, which I don't think is a good pickup. Zach Wheeler, especially that last game Zach Wheeler pitched. I mean, we had Philly in that game, Joe, and
he got shelled,
4-0 in the first inning, I think it was, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yep. We'll see. Like I said, we got some time to watch these games, and we are gonna find out very soon.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we covered it all. I think thanks, for everybody that joined the chat and interacted with us. Hey guys, make sure you join the Discord. Joe and I are in there all the time. We're highly accessible. Where else can you find people, find cappers that you can get a hold of, and like you can send us a private message. You can literally talk to us on Discord, Joe. We're not hiding and we're not going anywhere.
Yep.
We'll be right there in Discord.
I agree. I agree. And I said, for all you guys out there, yeah, we'll be there on live chat probably tonight for a little bit, watching the game, and then we'll be on the Discord app. So, and then we'll be on the Score Trade app. So everything should be good. I love it. Let's get this baseball tonight. I'm excited.
Everybody, thank you so much for being a part of SGD Nation, and we will see you guys later.
See you later. Good luck to us. Good luck to you. Good luck to your Astros.
Dude,
Peace.
man. Good luck to those lowly Dodgers.
All right, later.